Melonie Mac on X says, reminder that Sydney Sweeney takes her clothes off for money and is a glorified prostitute. Just because she makes liberals mad doesn't mean we should be propping her up as a conservative icon. Which, first off, what? Does Sydney Sweeney take her clothes off? I was not aware of that. I'll have to research that, Melonie Mac. Thank you for the heads up on that. I honestly didn't know that she takes her clothes off. So this was interesting. Space Weather News says, not your best take here, M. Bit of jealous cope is seething through in this one. Tell me where I'm wrong. Saying you're just jealous is a cop-out because you don't have a rebuttal. Nothing about this is SS worship. It's about the return to what we had. A return to being okay with being white. It's okay to be beautiful. This is less about Sydney and more about taking back the headspace. Everyone sells out for something. Some honorable, some not. If we can forgive Mary Mags, Mary Magdalene, we're getting Bible on her ass here. I like this. Then we can be okay with this, if only for the cope and seethe it's getting from the left. There's been a ton of BS lately, and this is a ray of light. Broken clock right twice a day sort of thing. I never said it was SS worship. I said she's a prostitute. And wait, how the fuck is Sydney Sweeney a prostitute? Does Melonie Mac know what a prostitute is? Talk about stretching definitions. What the fuck? And it makes no sense for conservatives to celebrate that. Saying you're just jealous, which still he never said that here. Is like me calling you an incel right now. How about focus on the actual topic? Kilton Cajun, by this rationale, you're a prostitute. You ignorant puritanical twat. You make ad money off your videos and likely super chats on live streams. You make money off your brand. Whore by your own definition. Damn, Kilted Cajun. Bagger. And I came in, quote tweeting a screenshot because I'm still blocked by Melly. I have no idea why she still has me blocked. I thought we'd be cool at this point, especially the way I cover her. I said, well, I mean, you can probably read pretty well what it says there, but in case you missed it, this was a reference to Keto Casino.
You're on a fucking roll, bro.
She's flat. She's flat. She's flat. Melonie flat.
I said, she's flat. To which Savvy replied, ... But Stellar Blade was okay. Sweeney isn't doing anything. She's just getting hired and doing her job as an actress and model. Is this how she feels about all women? She should go join a collective shout, more aligned than anyone else. I mean, based as fuck, because why, by the way, why is Melonie Mac so upset about the female form being attractive when Melonie Mac herself puts herself out there for people to goon at her in previous posts? Like, I don't know, this, a Reinvent Ideal Cairo says, I'll just leave these here. These are Melonie Mac posting on her Instagram or X, growing her brand, trying to get attention, knowing that sex sells, knowing that she's a skimpy little girl wearing barely anything. Have at it, by the way. You look great, Melonie. You look amazing here. Congratulations. Why is it okay for you to do it and not another girl? It's very strange. It's very strange. So I replied to Savvy. I said, funny how that sort of outrage always seems to land on women who don't play by the approved script. Sweeney's just existing, doing her job, and somehow that alone was enough to send some people into a wild moral panic. People so desperate to police what femininity is supposed to look like. It's gonna make you wonder. And Sir D says, this is just Melonie being jealous because her Spencer's humor isn't attractive enough tension lately. Renown says, stop it, Savvy. She's already dead. Dev in the house saying, the right wing has won electorally and culturally. Free speech isn't needed anymore. Wait, Stellar Blade isn't real. Okay. Fair enough. Let me do this. Hold on. Is this real? How about that? Is that a good response? Oh, God. And oh, by the way, this was Melonie Mac earlier today. Lara Croft isn't allowed to be beautiful anymore. Look at what they did to her. What the hell, Melonie? You later in the day, if it wasn't for double standards, you'd have no standards at all. The hypocrisy from Melonie Mac is endless content. You said two opposite spectrum things on the same day. Lara Croft isn't allowed to be beautiful anymore. Look what they did to her. Meanwhile, Melonie Mac's like, oh man, Sydney Sweeney's too hot. She's a whore. She's a prostitute for wearing jeans in a commercial. What? Please, someone make it make sense. I'm begging you. And what do we have, by the way, is Jon Del Arroz. And I wasn't going to cover this, but multiple people messaged me this video. So I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And they're like, Jon Del Arroz made a video about you. I was like, about what? And they're like, your Sydney Sweeney Melonie Mac tweet. And I was like, I just made that tweet like 25 minutes ago. They're like, yeah. This dude must sit on X just waiting to see a tweet and then records a video off that one tweet. And he somehow made a near 12-minute video on my tweet saying, you ready for this? 2 words. She's flat. He makes a 12-minute video on that, which is impressive, except for you actually get to the video and it's advertisements for his website, for his books. He's talking about everything else except the topic at hand until you get to around 8:13 to 8:21 of the video when he actually starts talking about the topic at hand. So I will save you guys all the struggle because I watched the entire thing earlier. We will listen to just the part that he talks about with me. It says, Smash JT uses Sydney Sweeney to make disgusting comments on Melonie Mac. It was 2 words. How is that disgusting comments, plural? But hey, you slay, bro. Let's see what Jon Del Arroz, buy my book, Jon Del Arroz has to say.
Melonie Mac said something different, which was a reminder that, which is also true, that Sydney Sweeney takes off her clothes for money and is a glorified prostitute.
Which is also true, he says. Now, reminder, Melonie Mac has also blocked Jon Del Arroz. And he's still simping for her.
Just because she makes liberals mad doesn't mean we should be propping her up as a conservative icon. 100% right. Melonie Mac is just way out on this. Melonie's, got mad at me, unfortunately, because I was questioning the narrative about some chosen people. We'll be careful for the YouTube algorithm here. And you can't have any disagreement with anybody on the internet anymore, which is too bad because we supported Melonie Mac pretty well here. And I hope she just kind of gets over that at some point because I don't care if she disagrees one way or another. Doesn't matter to me. But
talk about occupying real estate in someone's head. He's just like, anyways, I'm still thinking about her, and I hope she's able to come back and unblock me and realize that we were really nice to her.
We should be allowed to have our opinions, and if you want to go on pornography and stuff like that and look at who owns Pornhub and things like that, Melonie, you might want to check out what demographic is profiteering off of this the most. But I'll leave it at that for now. What's more important here?
By the way, still hasn't even talked about my tweet yet. We're now at 9 minutes and 15 seconds into his video of a near 12-minute video.
Is that Smash JT got disgusting with this, as he typically does. This guy is...
Oh, I'm so disgusting. Won't anyone think of the children? Oh, the children. I got disgusting.
Just gross. He stands for nothing. And this is what he goes, she's flat. Of course, talking about Melonie Mac's chest size.
How do you know that? How do you know what I'm talking about, John? You making assumptions here? Maybe I'm just copying what PPP said because I thought it was funny. Maybe I'm not talking about that at all. Maybe.
Response to this. Like, this is what he's trying to tell. She has a really good message here. Yes, this is what she's doing. She's a glorified prostitute. That is what Hollywood is.
I mean, there's a lot of leaps being made here. I thought JDA stood for truth. Everything is, well, my truth. It's just, it's the same lefty logic of, well, yeah, as long as you believe what I'm saying, that's the truth
overall. And then he just goes and hits her physique over this, as if that has anything to do with what's being said here. Now, Smash JT knows
it has everything to do with what's being said here. Melonie's going after Sydney Sweeney for being beautiful and being able to use that and rock it. What are we talking about? How disingenuous can you be, JDA? Come on, bro. Come on.
That this is correct. That this is exactly what's happening. That Sydney Sweeney is in fact a glorified prostitute. Not only that, but she is a leftist. And this guy has always caused problems.
First off, a beautiful girl wearing jeans in a commercial. She's not telling me what she stands for. She's not pushing propaganda, or she's not pushing any kind of politics. She's just trying to sell jeans, bro. I feel like you're looking a little too far into this. Like, I don't know. I don't know Sydney Sweeney's political alignment. I don't give a shit about Sydney Sweeney's political alignment. What I care about is, hey, that's a beautiful girl. That's, at the end of the day, that's all anyone should give a shit about. Why should you care about her political alignment? She's literally advertising jeans. Why are you looking so far into this?
Problems like this on every single level, and just does this. And you could see just like he's cultivated a audience of just nasty people, flat, right?
Oh, you guys are all nasty people. Now he's calling out you guys. Which, by the way, in his comment replies here, he's getting roasted by quite a few people. There are people that are saying like they're disappointed, they're surprised by his take here, they're confused by it. I was like, dude, this is what happens when you rush to make a video and you have nothing to even talk about. You don't talk about the topic until 90% of it is done. Then you actually talk about what you titled the video. And then when you talk about it, you don't even talk about what I said or anything. I said 2 words and you're extrapolating a 12-minute video out of it. I'm actually impressed. I'm not even mad. This is pure comedy.
She's flat. She's old. She's broke. She's friendless.
Clark. Banger, by the way. And Jay Viper, great point, by the way. He supports Collective Shout. So there's that. Yeah, there's that too, by the way, guys. He has openly supported Collective Shout and their mission and what they stand for. So do with that information what you will.
These are just mean, nasty people.
Mean, nasty people. Tebow, Eagle, Eric. These are some of the most base, coolest people I've chatted with. Like, what the hell?
And this is the type of people we do not want. We don't want this type of thing to be what the right wing is either. This Tebow guy sims for Smash JT. Look at this. This is one of the moments I might agree with the message, but can't stand the messenger. So it's more important. Again, it's more important that she said it.
So he's agreeing with you, and you want to get mad at him, call him disgusting.
Than what the actual message is. And this is, again, leftist tactics.
What? No, a leftist tactic is what you're doing. You're making things up and then just saying it's leftist tactics. That's what leftists do. Holy shit. Anyways, so shout out to Jon Del Arroz for the coverage of, I'm impressed. a 12-minute video off of 2 words. Bro, that is like a legendary talent. Not many people can do that. So props to you. Credit where it's due. That's good shit, bro. One more thing. I said topic starts at 8:21. He says, no, the real topic was the whole time. You're just too stupid to understand it. Also, unblock me, you coward. Free real estate. His own commenters. No, dude, what you post is 7 minutes of filler and 1 to 2 minutes of self-advertisement that both of them have nothing to do with the topic. All you show is bones and no meat. Get to the meat already, and all you show is undercooked meat. It roasted in his own replies. That's classic. But anyways, I will leave that there.